Men's radio station where men really talk.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Men's Radio Station. Right, okay. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is Dennis.
Oh, Dennis. Hello, Dennis. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just keeping track of everything on social media, and I just listened to you earlier. You were talking about depression.
Yes, and with
I think
Kenny
it's
Marmarella
pretty
de
good to
Cruz.
Ooh.
Yeah, got it right. So would you like to ask Kenny something?
Oh, yeah. I was actually following Kenny on social media, and I was just interested to know, like, what sort of men actually come to his practice, and what kind of problems do they actually share to him?
There are very, very few things that have not been... Do you know, to be frank, the one thing that people don't talk about in men's groups that they come to see me and discuss privately is if they're going to cause harm. Other than that, everything has been discussed in men's groups.
To cause harm to others or to cause harm to themselves?
Generally others rather than themselves.
Wow.
And that's something, the only thing, I'm quite shocked at how courageous men can be, even at their first group. And they spill the beans. They're dying to have a safe space to just name things. And once something's off their chests, they change. But, it's a total cross-section. And it's not like men are on the spotlight when they say, this is me and this is, everyone else has their relationship or their version of that. So it's almost like the mouthpiece for the group. Everyone's on the same side in that way. So it's everything, really. Were you thinking of coming?
I would love to. I actually visited your website when you just mentioned your website earlier. And, yeah, I'd love to join.
Wonderful. Do you know, some people, if they are scared of coming, then they might join an online group and even start some sort of a profile with a false name or whatever. So it's not about revealing yourself and being... You don't need to throw yourself to the lions. It's at your own pace. It's totally respectful and everything's welcome.
What happens if somebody, and I'm wondering if our caller Dennis would want to ask this as well, what happens if somebody breaks your 12 cardinal rule? I mean, they asked to leave on the spot, or somebody's getting aggressive or obnoxious?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
It's dealt with in a way, the group, I would say, is its own group. It belongs to everyone there, rather than it's my group and it's my ball and it wasn't a goal. It doesn't work that way.
I'm going home.
So, for example, I'm thinking about one men's group where it took most of the men in the room to realise that one of the guys was drunk. And once it was named, once he was asked, then he's the one who got very defensive and very upset. And it wasn't like, you're drunk, you have to leave. It brought stuff up for people. People not feeling safe, people feeling that they need to take care of him, or why is he drunk, people wondering whether it's allowed, or bringing up alcoholic friends and family. And he decided that he needs to leave. And no one stopped him, and no one begged him to stay. No one said, yes, you should leave. So it's
did he come
a community.
Back? Did he ever come back?
He came back 10 months later. And it wasn't even addressed because it didn't need to be addressed. And he'd done some work on himself. It's not like he wasn't welcome, but there's a reason for everything. And for me, it's about sitting with why and knowing what needs to be undone or what has shaped someone that has to be undone to set them free. So it's almost like, where is the pause button down? Where's the pause button depressed, actually? Going back to that place safely, sitting with it, accepting it, and letting it pass. So many people need to avoid or survive their pain, where this is about going through it, not necessarily looking for trouble, but if something's up that needs to pass so a better life can be lived, then here's a place to do it.
How do you feel about that, Dennis? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, that is absolutely fine. I've never been to that group in my life, so I think it would be interesting to be one in the future. And I absolutely love to go there.
Wonderful. Do you know what else? It's great fun. We can be in the depths of despair with someone's story and someone revealing something. Next minute, we're on the floor laughing about something else. So you don't have to be glum. So, same as life. Joy comes and goes, pain comes and goes, wind comes and goes.
Especially after Christmas. That's probably not what you meant, sorry. Just here for the light relief, folks. So Dennis, it's interesting because you've never done anything sort of a group before, and you're listening to Kenny and you're thinking, yeah, that sounds like that'd be pretty good for me.
Yeah, because what I do is I manage a mental health blog, so it's kind of it's also a group, a network on its own. But I've never been in face-to-face group myself, so I think it's kind of an interesting opportunity to connect with other people, connect with other men about about mental health issues.
And what's your blog called?
Sorry?
What's your blog called?
Oh, my blog is called Psychreg. You had a caller earlier, Fraser. He's actually a colleague of mine.
Will, was that Will, presumably? Was that Will?
It's Fraser. You keep on calling him Will earlier.
I thought he said his name was Will.
Yeah, he's just too polite to correct you.
Oh, James is looking at me like, what the... what I thought... No, James is also, who's producing, thought, no, his name's Will. Fraser, I can only apologise.
He's still listening.
Stop mumbling, Fraser. Stop it.
Yeah.
Not too tricky. What's your name? Oh, next question. Passing on that one.
But, we've got an open Facebook group, a closed Facebook group, and various other things, and it is amazing how people reveal their stories and support each other and compare notes and share ways of living better lives together, whether it's face-to-face in a room or online or even in written word, rather, whatever works for people. But a lot of men say to me, there is nothing like sitting in a room with other human beings.
Exactly.
That's true, isn't it? It's
the old-fashioned way.
Dennis, I have a question for you, and it's particularly pertinent because Kenny's here, right? So you spend a lot of time online. Has that impacted on actual meeting real people, not on a screen, but actually meeting somebody face to face? Does that impact on you? Has that changed the way that you interact generally?
Yeah, because I'll tell you what. I started a blog, and soon I developed it into a brand, and that's actually what I do. I'm trying to create a platform for people to talk about mental health issues and well-being issues. And just more recently, I was able to organize a conference in Philippines out of my blog, and it was attended by 549 participants from other countries.
Wow, good on you. That's something.
Just last December, again, out of my own blog and Get Site with Fraser, we were able to organize another mental health bloggers conference in London. So, well, what I'm trying to achieve is that from my blog, you could actually get to know other people. You could hear their mental health stories, and that creates an online conversation at the beginning, but soon it will venture into meeting other people in person.
Brilliant. It sounds like coming and hanging out at a men's group might be an interesting next step as an experience, because it sounds like your people are going from online to in the flesh. I've had quite a lot of that where people have come online first just to dip a toe in. And then they might take part in the community more online, and then suddenly it's ta-da, here I am, and it's like, oh my God, it's you. People can get to know other people so well online, and then suddenly it's like,
I get
oh
that
my
a lot
God,
on Facebook.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Because people think, oh, I really know you. You don't, actually. You know the version I'm putting up on Facebook, which I've always been very open about. I've never said that's me, really. but it's the version of I'm always very honest. It's the version I'm giving you. I'm giving you the potted edit, the edited highlights. But people think, oh, we really know you. Well, you don't. But it's lovely to meet. It's lovely to meet you. But people come up and they immediately think they've known you for years, and you just start chatting. You go, I've never met this person before. I don't know who they are. And very often my partner says, who the hell's that? And I go, I don't know. And because she thinks I've known them. Probably the first time I've ever met them.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting, that intimacy you can sort of get online is a weird thing, because it's not real. It's not a real thing.
Well, it kind of is, but it's in a different zone.
Yeah.
It's at a different frequency. So, yeah.
Dennis, how long did I'm just curious, you got 549 people rock up to your conference?
Yeah, because that was held in the Philippines. It was in partnership with the university.
Right. So how was it over a couple of days?
Sorry.
Was it over a couple of days, or how did you?
No, it was a 3-day event.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
and
really
we're
impressive.
trying to have another one in New York in November this year.
You're a hotshot, aren't you?
He knows what he's doing.
No, not really. I'm just trying to, get to know other people who have the same interest and those people who are actually reading my blog.
Dennis, trust Kenny and I. If you can get a conference for 3 days with 549 people, you're a hotshot. Take the compliment. Take the compliment, man.
It was also, Fraser was there. One of your
No, you mean Will.
Will,
I'm calling him Will. I don't even think his name's Fraser. The hell with that. From now on, he's known as Will.
Disorder.
And if he phones us back, I want to have him changed by deed poll. You tell your mate. Because I don't want to look stupid.
You know what?
I normally do.
Good on you for what you're sharing as well. That many people passing it on, that's an achievement. And for me, it is all about living it and passing it on. So good on you.
Bless you, Dennis. Anything else you'd like to ask Kenny while we've got him in the studio?
I'd just love to say that he has to keep on what he's doing. He's actually doing a fantastic job trying to create a platform for men. And because basically it's difficult to bottle up your emotion as a man. And because of what he's doing, he's giving men a chance to, connect and open up about the issues that they're struggling with. And that's an excellent advocacy.
Well, I echo that, and thank you so much for taking the time and trouble to call us. Thanks a lot, Dennis, and please call again.
Thank you. It's lovely to talk to you.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a rest of the nice day, it being Sunday and all. Unless you're listening on repeat, in which case, God knows what day it is. See you, Dennis.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.